Good morning, everybody. My name is Catherine Connolly, and I'm the Community Relations and Engagement Coordinator with Seniors NL. Welcome to Let's Talk About Newfoundland and Labrador Public Libraries Digital Literacy for Seniors information session. I'll introduce our guest speaker in a moment. Sign language interpreting services for this session is provided by an inclusion grant from the Disability Policy Office, Department of Children, Seniors, and Social Development, to whom we are very grateful. To go over a few housekeeping tips before we start, please mute your mic to block out any outside noise. Click on the closed captioning button on the bottom of the screen if you need it. Please place your questions and comments in the chat. Both myself and Susan will be monitoring the chat throughout the call. And of course, at the end of the session, we will have an opportunity to ask questions directly over to Rachel. This session is recorded and will be posted on our YouTube channel. And if you have any presentation requests, please don't hesitate to reach out. Barb, can you go ahead and read the land acknowledgement, please?
Good morning. We respectfully acknowledge the land on which we gather as the ancestral homelands of the Beothuk, whose culture has now been erased forever. We also acknowledge the island of Ukta-Unguk as the unceded traditional territory of the Beothuk and the Mi'kmaq. And we acknowledge Labrador as the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Innu of Nitassinet, and the Inuit of Nunatsiavut, and the Inuit of Nunatuavut. We recognize all First Peoples who were here before us, those who live with us now, and the 7 generations to come. As First Peoples have done since time immemorial, we strive to be responsible stewards of the land and to respect the cultures, ceremonies, and traditions of all who call it home. As we open our hearts and minds to the past, we commit ourselves to working in a spirit of truth and reconciliation to make a better future for all.
Thank you so much, Barb.
You're welcome.
There we go. Now I'd like to go ahead and introduce our guest speaker. So while I'm introducing Rachel, I'm going to stop sharing so Rachel can go ahead and start sharing her slides. Can you still see my slides by any chance?
Yeah.
Okay, for some reason I have actually lost. There we go. There we go. Rachel is the Literacy Services Librarian at Newfoundland and Labrador Public Libraries, NLPL for short. Serving and collaborating with 94 NLPL locations, she aims to promote and spread awareness of NLPL's adult literacy and family literacy resources and services province-wide. She graduated with an undergraduate degree from the University of Winnipeg in Manitoba and later received a master's in library and information services at Western University in Ontario. Growing up on the west coast of Newfoundland, Rachel is happy to be home with her sisters and to help empower library patrons with one library card at a time. She likes to spend her days reading, writing, cooking, singing, dancing, and playing games. Rachel, is over to you.
Oh, great. Hello. Thank you so much for inviting me to talk today. I'm here to talk about digital literacy resources that Newfoundland and Labrador Public Libraries has for you. So digital literacy is the ability to use, navigate, and understand various forms of technology to solve problems. But before we get into, oh, wait, I'm having some difficulties. 1 second. Not letting me change my slides now. Hold on.
You might have to click on your screen again. That happened to me during my presentation for some reason.
For some reason, it's not letting me get to the Zoom link. Oh, there it is. I just stop sharing for a second. Still not doing it. Technical difficulties.
It's quite all right. We all have
Yeah.
them.
Stop sharing maybe for a second. Let's see if this it's working. So now let's try sharing the screen again. Now it's not letting me share my slides or change my slides.
Now I do see your slide on the screen.
Yeah, so you see the intro slide?
I do, yes.
But it's not letting me change slides. Strange enough. Wait, maybe if I try sharing a different type of slide.
If you selected, when you actually went to share, did you select the PowerPoint itself?
I did. Wait, let me try just doing it like this. So you see this?
I do, yes.
Okay. Why is it not letting me take the other thing? 1 second. Share my screen.
That's all right. Take your time. I see the larger screen now.
Okay. Now do you see it letting me change?
Yes.
Okay,
I
great.
do see it. Yeah.
So before we get into today's resources that we have for you, I just would love to hear what types of technology do you use on a daily basis. And so you can either scan the QR code using your phone's camera and click on the link provided to access the poll directly, or you can just copy and paste the URL link in the Zoom chat.
What URL link? Oh, yes, it's in the Zoom chat. Sorry about that.
I can resend it.
No, I'm going to copy and paste it and put it in there. There you go.
And I'll
So
just leave this slide up for a little bit, just so that people have time to do which one that they want to do.
Yeah, so if anybody would like to go ahead and just click on that link in the chat.
And technology could be like your computer, your cell phone, what type of cell phone. So you might have an Apple or like an Android. It could be also like Google, like you might use that pretty frequently, or Facebook even, different social media accounts. Could even be your television. I'm gonna go into So do you see the Menti screen?
I do.
Okay, so we have iPad, iPhone, laptop, Facebook, social media, yeah, iPhone, iPad, MacBook,
There we
websites,
go.
yep. So being able to navigate websites is really important, especially in this age.
Online banking is another one, guys.
Yeah, online banking, even doing like your taxes online, there's different types of platforms that you can use to do that. TV, yep. TV is also another one, yeah. Everything online, pretty much. Yeah. Like you can even go shopping online, like do online shopping. That's what I do sometimes. I shouldn't do it as much as I do.
Oh, you
Oh,
met
you
your
met your
wife
wife
online.
online. Oh, that's so sweet. Online dating, that's another type of platform. Or maybe it wasn't online dating, maybe you just clicked on Facebook or something.
Yeah, this is a great way to be interactive when on the call.
Oh, we have another person saying that they met their partner online as well. I did too. I met my boyfriend on like a dating app, so wonderful. Well, I'm going to go back to the slides
Okay.
just a moment, but these are all really great ways. So you guys are already experts on technology pretty much. You've got lots of experience. Let's go back, share. All right, so by the end of today, you'll be able to navigate NLPL's website. You'll be able to remember how to sign up for a library card. You'll be able to place holds on library items, which with either system-wide holds and or by books by mail service that we offer. And you will also be able to access the digital library's resources, notably LinkedIn Learning and Niche Academy, which will be our main focuses for today. So what comes to your mind when you hear the term public libraries? I'm actually going to just change something really quickly here. All right, there we go. And so you can do the same thing. You can scan the QR code with your phone app on your phone, or copy and paste that same URL link that was in there in the chat box. And there's no wrong answers. And I think I have it set up too, that if you want to share like multiple things that come up when you hear the term public libraries, you can do that as well.
So we got some great responses coming in there.
Yeah, let's just move
Books, quiet place, books.
Very rarely. So e-reading is another one, yeah, which that one's public, very, very popular. Public access to information, yeah. So we will sometimes hold like programs. We have tons of books and e-magazines and e-newspapers as well. It could even be like how like you feel about libraries or public libraries when like you go to one. Yeah, we also have book club sets of novels. That's popular too. We have we call them book club kits.
Oh, I think that's about it. That's coming in on responses.
Right. Well, then I will move on. Just change my slides. Okay, so you see my PowerPoint slide now?
Yes, we do.
Okay, great. So, well, first things first is we're going to figure out how to navigate NLPL's public library. So, with NLPL's public library, you can access the catalog, and using that, like you can search and check out books and other library items on like digital literacy topics. You can check out our digital library, where you can access digital collections and services. You can use the library. So this is where you might like apply for library cards online, or learn what the library has to offer you in like the sense of programming and different services. And then we also have what we call info guides. So these are created by librarians and library staff. And it's a collection of like recommended reads and other websites or like resources that we think would be beneficial to our readers based on different types of topics. And I'll show you what this all looks like as well. So I'm gonna just change, oh, I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine anyways. So how many of you have actually been to NLPL's website?
I have.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, great. Well, like I said before, you can use the library. So here you like register online if like you don't have a public library card. We also have like the books by mail service that I'll be talking about later. So if you wanted to get information about that, you can click on that. You can access the library catalog here and by clicking on it, and you can click on this link by click here to access the full catalog. And if you have grandkids coming up by, you can always look at the children's catalog specifically. We also have our digital library, where if I click on that, that will take me to the digital library page, where I can access ebooks, and also online services like Niche Academy and LinkedIn Learning. And then we have our info guides. So I'm just going to click on that. So just to show you what that looks like, so not everyone knows about it. So we have 17 different guides. We have it on various topics like career and employment development, fake news and disinformation guides. We have guides for seniors, literacy services guides, multilingual library resources, video games and board games. So
Can I,
let's check. Oh, yeah.
can I ask you to click on guides for seniors?
Yeah, for sure. So here we have some different resources that we have. So we have like Alzheimer's support. So we do have memory kits that people can check out, and we have videos about them and like how you would go about ordering them, placing holds on them, and like different topics on what those books are, like exercise and relaxation, animals, fishing, Newfoundland and Labrador specifically. We also have pages on like elder abuse and like different resources that they can look up help for them. We also have like learn technology skills pages. So we have books that people can check out and place holds on. And we also have like different programs and like other resources that might be beneficial for them to check out. So we just have a wide array of like resources that people can check out with our info guides.
And I do want to actually point out the very second link of that is Seniors NL Let's Talk About series. If you scroll back up top.
Oh, where?
No, scroll back up top. There you go, the second link. Very second one.
Oh,
There you
yes.
go.
Oh,
If you
sorry,
actually click
yes,
on
yeah.
that. Anybody would like to go in and see our recorded sessions that are on YouTube, they're also being posted right here on this site as well.
Yeah. So we've got everything covered. Just share my slides. Yeah. So there's definitely lots of things that you can check out with the library. And you see my PowerPoint slides now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. So next up, we have sign up for a library card. So I'm not sure how many people have library cards currently, or maybe you had one years ago and you haven't used it and you don't know where you put it. Well, you can always apply for a new library card online, and it can be mailed to you by the address that you put in it. Or if like you don't want to do it online, you can visit your local library, but you'll also just need to bring a piece of photo ID when you're doing it, and it's free, which is great. So let me just change my screen. Okay, so to do this, actually see if I can, there we go. To do this, I'd go back to the library's homepage, and under Use the Library, it says Register Online. And this is where I'd be able to apply for a library card. So I'm requesting a new library card, or I'm wishing to have my existing library card number provided. So let's say you don't really want to get a new library card. You can always type in all the information. They can look you up on the system, and they'll email you your library card and PIN number, which will be used to log into like the digital library resources. Or you can always request a new library card. It typically takes about maybe a week or two for it to come into the mail. So if you wanted to do it in person, typically people will like get it the day that they go in to do it, which is nice. Slides. So some other resources and services that we have are our system-wide holds and our books by mail service. So our system-wide hold, so if the item you want to order isn't at the library nearest to you, that's no problem. We can get it sent to your public library. So to do this, you would visit the library's catalog, sign into my account, place a hold on it, and choose a pickup library location. And we also have books by mail service. So if you're not near a public library and you're like far out, like 24 kilometers far out, or 15 miles away from the closest library, we can always have the books and items shipped to your address. So to do this, you would have to have a library card, and you'd need to reach out to your division office. and then return books by the due date by just sending it in the mail again. And I'll show you how to do this too. So I'll share my screen and do a little demonstration. All right, so if I go back to the web page and I want to do a system-wide hold, so I want to place a hold on a book that's maybe in St. John's Public Library, but I live in Corner Brook. So let's go to the library catalog, access that, and let's say I want to look for books on scammers. Maybe I want to figure out how to not be scammed. Scammers and the internet. So it pops up. Okay, so this book pops up, and it is in St. John's, the A.C. Hunter Public Library. So to place a hold, I would log into my account, which is at the very top here. And it already remembers my library card number and my PIN, which is typically the last 4 digits of your phone number. So I'm going to log in. Ooh. So I'm going to enter this information again that I searched internet and scammers.
You also have a pop-up there. I don't know if you can see it on your
Oh,
screen.
I see it. There we go.
Yep. Thank
Is
you.
it gone? Okay.
Yes, it is. Thanks.
Okay, great. So if I want to place a hold on an item, I would select an action, place holds, and I'd get it sent to the Corner Brook Public Library. So if I place this hold, it'll that request will be sent away, and it may take a few days for it to get to the Corner Brook Public Library, but you will get a notification by email saying that your library is ready for pickup. Also, if like you're not sure, you can always check on my account up here to see like your checkouts, things that are on hold right now. So I don't currently have anything on hold and ready for pickup. And if you ever are wondering what your due date is, you can always check on checkouts. And mine, I have one book that's due on the 26th of this month.
So can you place a book on hold for when it reaches, say, the library in Corner Brook to say, mail that out to me then?
So let's say, so like for it to be books by mail service, so that's a slightly different one.
Okay.
So when you're placing a book by the system-wide holds, it's going to that public library that's closest to you. So let's say I am far away from a library, I have no way to get there as well. I'd go back to the main page, so Newfoundland and Labrador's homepage, then go under Use the Library, Books by Mail service. And if I have a library card, I can contact the division offices and figure out how I can order books by mail. So to do this, you'd either have to email them or phone them by these numbers listed here. If you're not sure what area you fall under, like Central Newfoundland, Eastern Newfoundland, Western Newfoundland and Labrador, you can always go up to contacts and then the public library locations. And here you can figure out where your community falls under with Eastern Newfoundland divisions, Central Newfoundland divisions, and Western and Labrador divisions. Those two are together, so Western Newfoundland and Labrador. And that's how you would go about doing books by mail service. And of course, they will explain to you like the process, and if like you have any questions, they're more than happy to answer questions.
And that's 25 kilometers away.
24 kilometers away.
24.
So you have to be 24 kilometers to be eligible for that service. Though if like perhaps you explained your situation, if like you just can't visit the library physically, like maybe you don't have a car, or like maybe the library is not very like accessible, you can maybe phone that division and they might make an allowance, that sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, because we did have a comment in the chat, and the comment was, I've been using the ebooks for a number of years, but that's the only thing that's used at the library because there's no physical library in my area. So this is how come I started to ask a lot of different questions about the distance away and books by mail.
Yeah. So books by mail is definitely a really good resource for people who are really far away from public libraries, because I mean, if like you're driving more than an hour away, like, yeah, it definitely helps that we can mail you books by your mailing address, which is great.
Okay. We have another question in the chat, if that's
Oh,
okay,
yes.
Rachel.
Yeah, for sure.
Question is, are boring durations different between ebooks and physical copies? Ebooks are due within 1 to 2 weeks, um, which often is too short.
Yeah. So for if like you're ordering books by um like books by mail service, that is a bit of a longer loan period. Um, don't quote me on this. Like you can ask them this too, like when like you call, but I believe it's like 6 weeks that you have that book. Because they understand that it's going to take time for it to get there and then for it to be returned. And also like if like you're worried about like, oh, like I might not be able to return it by the due date, we don't fine people for that. Um, so like you don't have to worry about if like you're a little bit late sending the book back. And if you're doing the system-wide hold, so like if a book that you want is in St. John's, but you're in Corner Brook and you want it to be sent to your Corner Brook Public Library, there is a way around that a little bit. So if I actually change my screen to the other one real quickly here. So if people can see the website again, I'm going to go to the library catalog, click on this, and I'm going to go to my account. So I'm already logged in, so they've got my information. If I go to my checkouts box, I can always renew a book. So if I want to keep it for longer, I can only do this once, mind you, but if I wanted to renew it, I would press renew. And instead of it being due on the 26th of this month, it's due on the 8th of May, which is great. So I have it for a few more weeks. So that's another way that you can have the book for a bit longer.
Okay, so what is the actual duration of taking out an ebook versus a physical copy? Is it the same?
I think it's a bit different. I think with physical copies, it's about 2 to 3 weeks. For ebooks, there's a way that you can adjust it. So if you wanted an ebook for like 7 days, you'd get it for that a period of time. But if you wanted it for longer, they do have an option of place or like having that book out for about 2 weeks as well.
Okay.
And yes, you can't renew it if others are waiting for it, unfortunately. That would be amazing though.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Right, so people see the presentation slides again?
Yes.
Okay, great. Right, so, hold on. Then some difficulties. Let's stop working. I'm gonna just stop sharing for a second here and try this again.
I see your slide again.
Is it just system-wide hold by book?
Yes, yes.
Okay, it's not that one that I want to share. So have you ever used NLPL's digital library? So you can scan the QR code again and click on the link that's provided, or you can copy and paste the URL link that was in the chat box.
Okay, so I'm going to copy that URL link again and place it down further for everybody. If you're not comfortable clicking on the link and actually just saying yes or no, you could certainly place it in the chat as well. Just putting that out there to everybody.
Yeah, and also like if like you're not sure if like you've used the digital library, there is an option that you can click not sure on the poll app as well. So okay, well, if it's a no, it looks like we have some people saying no too on the poll. I'll just share the poll just for people to see. So it looks like 3 people have said no so far. Well, 4 if like we include the chat. And also 2 people have not sure. No one's indicated that yet, but maybe we have a few people who aren't sure what the digital library is. Well, fear not, I am here to introduce you to the digital library. All right, so our digital library resources. So NLPL's digital library provides people access to a number of resources, services, including ebooks, e-newspapers, e-magazines, and online learning tools. 2 of these online learning tools are LinkedIn Learning and Niche Academy. So for LinkedIn Learning, you can access over 21,000 expert-led courses for free, including courses on technology and softwares. And then we also have Niche Academy, so you can learn about how to use NLPL's digital library with helpful videos and lessons and boost your digital skills. So I'll take you through on how to get to there because sometimes it can be confusing. Let me just share my other screen. Do people see the website again?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm on the home page, and at the top, here is digital library. So if I click on this, I'll access it here. And I'm currently signed in, but if I wasn't signed in, this is what it would look like. So here I would put in my library card number, that's typically on the back of my card, and then my 4-digit PIN, which is my last 4 digits of my phone number. So if I sign in, it's going to allow me to access Libby where I can, or sorry, Libby or Tumblebooks, where I can access ebooks and audiobooks as well. Place holds on those. I can also access e-newspapers and e-magazines. So maybe I want to look at the National Geographic latest magazines and it'll take me to them. But we also have our online learning tools like LinkedIn Learning and Niche Academy where you'd access them there. And just by clicking on them. So first we have LinkedIn Learning. So you can take expert-led courses in 3 main topics, such as business, technology, and creative topics. And towards the end, if you finish a course, you get a certificate of completion at the end once you finish all the videos and if there's any quizzes or exercises to be done. And once you have the certificate, you can date it, or sorry, print it out, date it, and then sign your name on it. So I'll show you how to get to there. Oh, I think you might have, okay, no. Let's go back to the web page. So if I go to the web page and I go to LinkedIn Learning, I'd click on it here and press Get Started. Here I would type in my library card number and my PIN, but I'm going to just sign in with my admin account at this point. We'll see the same thing. Oh, is it not letting me do it? That's unfortunate. Wait, let me see. Hold on, maybe I'll just actually just copy and paste it so that way I can access it. So maybe it'll make me do the way that you all see it. Right, so this is what I'll see when I log into my account. So it'll take me to a home page. I can also check out my page to look at my account by my career journey. I can set weekly goals so that it'll send me reminders of like how much I need to be doing a week. So I have 15 minutes set, so maybe I have a bit more time to like do courses, so I might be able to do 60 minutes a week. I can also manage skills that I want to learn, so that'll pop up on the home page. So maybe I want to learn about photography. mobile photography. And so that now that I have that selected, in a few hours, it should pop on my home screen whenever I come to here. I can also go to my library. So this is where I have like courses and learning paths saved for me to do. So like it has things in progress, saved things as well. And then if I want to browse the different contents, we have business, technology, and creative courses. So for business, like let's say you want to go back and maybe do some part-time work to get a bit more money or to spend your days. And maybe you've been out of the workforce for a bit, and this job that you're applying for requires you to know a certain type of software. This can be a really great place to look. For example, if you scroll down to the business page, it'll have the softwares area. So like, let's say the resume, or not the resume, the job description says that it needs someone who knows Microsoft Excel. If I click on this, it's going to take me to all of the courses and learning paths and videos that are centered on there. And I can narrow down my search a bit more by, if I wanted to learn, just maybe take a course. Maybe I don't want a learning path, which is a collection of courses that have been put together by LinkedIn Learning to just kind of be like a massive course, like kind of like an university sort of thing. So show results. If I wanted it based on time, so maybe I only have time for like a 60-minute one, I can do this. And if I wanted a beginner's level, it'll also narrow it down even further for me. And the same thing can be had for like technology. So if I wanted to learn how to web develop, it would give me courses on that. Or if I wanted to learn about different hardware, like topics like electronics, I could click on these and they'd bring a bunch of courses to me. Or I can also go to the creative browser where it'll show me courses on graphic design, video editing. If I wanted to get into photography, it has courses on that. So I'll just click on this. And it has different topics already like generated that I can click on. So maybe I am very new to photography, so I'm going to select beginner level. And it's going to provide me with courses that I can click on. So let's say I find one that's interesting. This one's an hour and 52 minutes. I'll just click on it just to show you what a video looks like. So you'll have a list of videos that you'll watch. These little circles here will be filled in after each video you've watched. Sometimes like here, like you have a chapter quiz, so you can do a chapter quiz and you can redo these as well. If like you get one wrong, it's fine. And we also have like information about the person that made the video, or sorry, the course, and that sort of thing. And we do have transcripts if people want to read and follow along what that person's saying. You can also change subtitles. You can change the speed of a video through here. So if you wanted it slower, you could click on this. It's like you wanted it faster, you'd go over the one, that sort of thing. And if I wanted to save this video, I would just add this to my content. And maybe I'd just create a new collection like so photography. And then it's saved now, and I can go back to this course whenever I'd like. And so once I finish this course, I can get my certificate by the overview. And then at that point, once I'm finished it, this will be accessible for me to download and then later on print and sign. Just to my power slide. And so do you see my PowerPoint slide again?
Yes.
Okay, great. So there's two main ways to access LinkedIn Learning, and specifically the library's LinkedIn Learning.
Yes.
So you can visit NLPL's website.
Where is my I'm on Zoom, Nikki, but I'm muted, but I can't hear the sound. Is there some way you could fix it?
There should be an audio button on the bottom. If you're full screen, click Escape. And on the toolbar itself, you should have a speaker option.
Nikki, did you hear me? Why is that there? Why is this just the only thing that's there?
I thought you did that.
I didn't.
Okay, go ahead. I've muted Frankie. I'm going to type in there now.
Okay, great. So you can access it by computer or laptop by visiting NLPL's website at nlpl.ca, and then you click on the digital library on the top of the screen like we did before, scroll down to online learning, and then select LinkedIn Learning. For this, you'll just need to use your library card number and 4-digit PIN, which is the last 4 digits of your phone number. There's another way that you can also do it is by your mobile device, so maybe an iPad, an iPhone, an Android device. So you'd visit and download the app from your app store on your phone. Once that's done and that's downloaded, you can log in with a library ID. So when you do that, it's going to say, can she hear me now?
You go ahead.
Oh, okay. So it's going to like give you an option of like signing in with a library card, and then it's going to ask for an additional step, which is a library ID, which will be NLPL. And then it's going to ask you again for your library card number and 4-digit PIN. So if you're on a bus or just want to learn from your phone, you can easily do that. Is it not working? One sec. It's not letting me shift slides.
It's okay. I think it's something going on with Zoom here today. That's quite all right.
Let's try this again. Okay, and next we have Niche Academy. So you can check out virtually online courses. So you can take courses on using the digital library and the different services and resources that we have there. You can take courses on digital literacy skills, social media tips, Google services, and other websites. And throughout this, you can track your progress and the courses that you're currently doing and courses that you've completed. So I'll show you how to get to that as well. Let's just change the slide. Let's screen sharing a bit here. So I'm just going to exit out of a few things because I have a lot opened. So if I go back to the digital library page, this will be what is given to me first. If I scroll down, like I did for LinkedIn Learning and go to online learning, we have Niche Academy, which is the last one. So if I press on that, it's going to take me to the website. Just taking a moment to load. I thought it was working before. Let me see if it's just maybe the screen sharing that's doing it. Yeah, I think it was the screen sharing. 1 second, I'll share it again. So once it loads, this is what people will see. So if you are confused on how to access free magazines using Flipster or using Press Reader, you can take videos and courses on those. If you have issues with accessing ebooks or audiobooks using Libby, we have those as well. If you forget some of the things that I've mentioned about LinkedIn Learning, we do have a course on that you can take at your own pace. So let's just say I clicked on LinkedIn Learning, this course. It's going to take me to the video and then how to use the video, getting started. If I wanted to download it on an Android or Apple device, it'll show you how to do that too. And if you don't want to watch the video either, we do have a little transcript here as well of like the slides that they show, of what they talk about as well in it. So if I go back and maybe I know how to use the digital library at this point, but I want to learn digital literacy skills, I can take courses on avoiding common online scams and threats, courses on creating strong passwords, mobile app and privacy settings. So setting those so that maybe my apps aren't following my activity between different apps that I'm using. That we also have like social media tip courses that people can take. So if you don't have like an Instagram account set, but you want to have one set, if I clicked on it, it'll bring me to it, what it would look like creating an account, how the Instagram would look if I just used it on a computer web browser or if I used it on like a mobile device. Another section that it has is also, besides like the digital literacy skills and media tips, is Google services. So if I wanted to open a Gmail account, it'll show me how to do that and how to manage my Gmail account. If I wanted to figure out my Google Drive and how to like save files to the cloud for free, that's also a course that you can take, and it'll do like a step-by-step approach with you. And we also have other websites. So if you, let's say you want to do a genealogy project for your family, this is a course that you can take that'll show you how to use Family Search, a really popular website that's used for that. So it'll have like videos on creating an account, getting started, how to create a family tree, like your family tree, how to search for records, genealogies, books, or like wiki, and how to like save memories, like galleries, like your own personal story. And it will sometimes also have like a survey at the end that people can take just to kind of provide your experience with taking it. And this is all for free. Like everything I've shown you is for free too. So you don't have to worry about being charged with anything.
We did have a question there in the chat, and it might be a
Sure.
good opportunity for you to do another just demonstration.
Yeah.
It was, I searched to learn Spanish. It seemed to only give me audio discs, which you would have to pick up at the library, and it's not convenient. Is that
Yes.
correct? So if you actually just went in and done a search for Spanish
Yeah.
courses, would you be able to show everybody how that was done? And
Yeah, for sure. And there's also another thing that you can use on our digital library. I can tell you that too. I didn't include it in the slides, but I can do a demonstration as well. So if I went to my library catalog and I typed in Spanish learning, I guess maybe. Let's see. So it looks like it has 9 books. So if I only wanted to look at books, it has some DVDs. So let's just see what it has for books. And I'm going to press include. And it has these books that I can take. So like it has like some dictionaries that I can check out, but these are pretty old. So there is another resource, or like first word Spanish, that could be good too. But there is another resource that we have with our digital library that I can show you. So if I go back to the digital library and I'm signed in, I'll just do that right now. And I go back to my online learning resources, I'm going to click on Rocket Languages. And here you can take on like online language courses for free. And we have a number of different languages that you can take, Arabic, sign language, even Chinese, if like you ever want to travel to China. And we also have Spanish here. And if I clicked on it, it has different modules that I can check out, and they're very interactive. So let's say I click on language and culture lessons, so how to pronounce Spanish words. It's going to provide me with the detailed audio clips that I can listen to. I can also do flashcards and listening and writing exercises as well. So when I'm first accessing this for the first time, it's going to ask you to make an account when you click on LinkedIn Learning. It's not asking me this now because I've already set it up, but what you would need is just your library card, which you would have on you to even access Rocket Language. Does that help the person that asked that question?
I'll give you a moment there if you want to just put, yes, thank you, or you need another demonstration. That would be, yep, definitely. Yes, definitely. Perfect.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Great. Yes, no worries. Yeah, Rocket Language is pretty popular for that. And it's really good for like, if like you want to travel somewhere, Or if you want to begin reading books or watch TV shows in that language, that's always a good way to do it as well. So let's change the shared screen. And then that's the end of my presentation. Thank you all for joining me today. If like you have any questions that you just can't really think of right now, you can email me by rhead@nlpl.ca, or you can give me a phone call with my phone at 709-327-9503. And if you're not sure where your library is, you can always look up public library locations. So I'll show you how to do that real quickly too, before I give it off to questions. So let's just change the slideshow. Okay, so if I go back to the website's main page, I would go to contact public library locations. And let's say I live in Conception, or actually I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna go to, let's say I live in Happy Valley Goose Bay. If I click on it, it's going to bring me a picture of the library where I can find it on a map. And then the contact information, like the phone number I could call. It's going to give the hours that it's open, the services that it offers. So it has interlibrary loans. So that's just a system-wide holds. It has free wireless internet access, faxing if I need to fax something. And yeah.
Thank you very much. Does anybody have a question for Rachel, or if you would like her to go back and do a demonstration, another demonstration on the area that she covered, or if there's an area that she hasn't covered that you would like her to go ahead and do a live demonstration on for the library site?
Yeah, and I can also send along the presentation slides if like any of you want to relook at it as well.
We'll be sending a follow-up email. Rachel's going to do a little summary of what she said about some websites and things of that nature, maybe some tips, and we will include the PowerPoint as well. Anybody
And if
have
any
it?
of you, sorry, and if any of you are interested, I am doing some programming later on. It's in person though. I might do like a online one like in the coming months to come, but in May and in June I'm doing programming on job prep workshops. So like how to job search, how to build your resume, and how to do like interview prep. So like how to prepare for interview questions, that sort of thing. So if any of you are interested, just give me a reach and I can tell you more about it.
Perfect. Thank you. Anybody have a question for Rachel? Any comments? Questions?
If not, that's okay. It just means I blew your minds away with this information.
Concern? Well, it was a lot of information. It was a lot of information.
Oh, my email. Yeah, I'll type it out here as well.
We can include that in the summary as well.
Yeah, for sure. And this is the email if like you're interested later on as well. Oh, wait, did it not? Oh, I mean, I'm using direct message. That's why. Hold on, let me do it now. There we go.
Okay.
So that's my email. So if you want to reach out to me that way, I can definitely help you or answer any questions that you might have.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so just a reminder, everybody, on May the 1st is our next session, and it's Let's Talk About Hearing Loss, the Ear and Beyond. And then after that, on June the 12th, we're going to be holding Let's Talk About Elder Abuse. It's Not Right. Anybody have any questions, comments for Rachel or myself? And I'm going to have to apologize where I've changed over screens right now. I can't see the chat. So I'll ask Susan if you could just keep an eye on that, and Rachel, if there's any questions in there for us. Okay. So if anybody has any questions or comments, please, by all means, don't hesitate to reach out to Seniors NL. Our number is 709-737-2333. If you'd like to reach out to us in an email, it's info@seniorsnl.ca. And if there's anybody that's viewing this recording online through YouTube and you'd like to have the follow-up email, you can reach me at outreach@seniorsnl.ca. And last question, guys, for everybody. Does anybody have any questions that they'd like to ask Rachel? Okay, if not, well, thank you so much for joining today's session. I hope that you found it extremely informative. I know I did, and I learned a lot about the site and didn't realize the amount of courses that were out there as well. So I will definitely be having a look at that myself. So if anybody has any questions, you will know how to reach Rachel, and you have my contact information. So thank you, everybody. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.
See you in the office.